Hi everyone, welcome to Mim's Mudcakery. I'm Mim and I run a chocolate brownie business on Mersey Island called Mersey Mudcakes. So the Mim's Mudcakery series is all about taking the bake from my kitchen into yours. We're going to be baking through some recipes, I'm going to give you some top tips, and we're going to have a lot of fun along the way. So get your apron on, get in the kitchen, and let's get caking. So today we are going to make a simple chocolate cake. The simplest of all simple chocolate cakes. This is going to be a very simple, very foolproof chocolate cake that is going to be the foundation of all chocolate cakes you will ever make, ever. It's fast, it's foolproof, and most of all, it's simple. Because I am all about simplicity. So, let me run you through the ingredients. What you're gonna need is some butter, you're gonna need sour cream, 2 eggs, some vanilla, baking soda, caster sugar, plain flour, and some cocoa powder. And that's it. And the tools that you're gonna need, you will need a whisk. If you don't have a whisk, use a fork, that's fine. 2 bowls, this spatula, and I'm gonna do a trick. And I'm gonna try and do this trick every time I bake. So you're gonna need a spatula, yeah, and some teaspoons. If you only have normal teaspoon, that's totally fine. If you have some snazzy measuring spoons, then even better because they are really accurate. But don't worry if you don't, that's fine, keeping it simple. You're gonna need a sieve and that's it. So, first we're gonna boil the kettle. Okay, kettle's boiling. You're gonna take your half a cup of butter and it's gonna go straight into the little bowl. And then you're gonna need 1 cup of boiling water. Let's measure this out. Boiling water is going in. Fill your cup. Right, that's in there. You're gonna need half a cup of cocoa powder. And you don't need to sift this. The beauty of this recipe is everything is just quickly being shoved in at the first stage. So cocoa butter, cocoa powder, not cocoa butter. Did I say cocoa butter? Why did I say that? Cocoa powder, okay. Oh, I love the smell of cocoa powder. Loads of people don't like it, but we all know. Smells good. Okay, get your cocoa powder in there. Scoop it all out, and your boiling water. In fact, I was going to say if you're a child and you're doing this recipe, be careful. If you're a human who burns, then just be careful because this water is hot. So that's everyone. And now we are literally that boiling water is going to melt the butter and the cocoa powder. Oh, if we had smell-o-vision, this is just, smells so good. So firstly, what you are going to need is, to get your cup again, we are going to do 2 cups of flour. Plain flour, not self-raising. So let me measure this out, because this is, I love measuring in cups, actually. It's not the same as when you do it on the scales. Give it a little wiggle jiggle, wiggle wiggle jiggle. Okay, there we go, and we're good. This one, that's going in there. Okay, 2 cups. Oh, that came in through a bit fast. Okay, perfect. There we go. Okay, and that's gonna have. So this is a classic example of what I always do. I put the flour in and I forget to sieve it. But that's okay. If you have found yourself in a situation where you have just poured the flour into the bowl and you realize that you haven't sieved it, this is a top tip. So what you're gonna do is you're going to pretend that you didn't do that. So scoop your cup with your flour in and, oh look! No biggie. And there we go, sieve it, sieve it, sieve it. That looks pretty, doesn't it? And then just keep going because you're gonna have to do the whole thing. Just another cupful, another cupful. Everyone gets caught up in, oh my God, I didn't sieve it. Oh my goodness, I didn't do this. No big deal, you can fix it. Okay, let's give that a little mix. And this time, I'm going to sieve 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. So you get your teaspoon in there. Oh, this is tricky. And make sure it's level, never do heaped, unless the recipe says heaped. This recipe, level. So 1 teaspoon. And half. A bit more. Okay. 1.5 of baking soda. There we go. Sieved that one, didn't I? Give that a little bit of a stir. And then, in this bowl, I've got 2 cups of sugar. So really easy to remember. 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of sugar, and it's going in. Now, if you have a massive bowl, that's gonna make it a lot easier. If you have a medium-sized bowl, just be careful when you're mixing because it'll go everywhere. So kind of try and do figures of 8. That's what we're doing. Figures of 8. Okay, make sure that's really nicely mixed up. Give it a really good stir. That is lovely. Look at that. That looks like fake snow, actually. Looks like fake snow. That is beautiful. Okay, we're gonna make a little well. Not too deep, just a small little well. And we're gonna get the cocoa mixture. That should be lovely and cool now. Oh, look at that. That is silky smooth. That is so beautiful, actually. Is there anything more beautiful than silky smooth, liquidy chocolate? And it smells so good as well. Look at that. Okay, we're pouring it in. Carefully, otherwise it's gonna make a massive splash. Oh, look at that. That is just beautiful. I am hungry. I am hungry already. Okay, now give this very gently a nice stir. And this might take a little minute or two to all go in. There we go. I'll turn this round a bit. Oh, look at that. The flour mixing with the chocolate. That is looking really good. Look how smooth. That literally took, what, 10 seconds? Look how smooth that is. Love it. Okay, now we're gonna crack in the eggs. So you're gonna need to get your 2 eggs. There we go, that one. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I like to try and catch the yolk. It's like a little game. Grab the yolk, push it down, and then mix it in. And actually, it's a really good workout for your arm, really good. The muscles that you are building through this mixing and stirring, you are gonna need to eat this cake after. You are gonna deserve this cake after. Okay, eggs have gone in there. Now we need our 1/2 cup again, and we are gonna use sour cream. So let's get 1/2 cup of sour cream in here. Pour that in. There we go. Sour cream always looks like the kind of thing you just want to take a little lick of, but actually, on its own, it really doesn't taste that good. Okay, sour cream is going in here. Get it all in. If you have a little spatula like this, absolutely amazing. It just means you're not wasting any of the good stuff. You're getting all of that really good stuff in there. There we go. Give that a stir. Oh, look at that color contrast between the white and the brown. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, it looks all marbled. That is marbled and beautiful, like a piece of art. Une pièce de résistance. That is... Okay, let's give that a good stir. And now we're gonna need 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And actually, I love vanilla. Vanilla takes everything from this level to that level. And actually, you will see that in a minute. You will see. Because vanilla is amazing. 1 teaspoon. If you were to make this cake without putting the vanilla in, it would just be boring. Vanilla is the fun. Vanilla's the fun guy. You add the vanilla in and it just brings out that flavor and you think, vanilla is fun. Okay, give that a really good mix in. Bring that all together. There we go. And that is it. That is your cake. We did the cocoa mixture, the flour, the sugar, the vanilla, the sour cream, the eggs. We've thrown it all together. That didn't take long. And now we've got this absolutely beautiful, look at that. And it's not going to be thick. Your mixture is not going to be thick. It's going to be quite runny actually. Not super runny, but look at that. If I could just face plant into that, then my day would be amazing. That is just, ooh, and look, you can even make, you could draw with it. Mercy mud cakes. Okay, this is gonna go into the oven. We're gonna line a tin. We're gonna put this into the cake tin. It's going into the oven at 180 degrees for about 14 minutes. So put it in for 40, check it. If it's wibbly, put it in for another 5 minutes. If it's lovely and soft to the touch, perfect. That's what you want. So, let's do it. Okay, so let's line a cake tin. Super simple. So roll it out. You got your pencil, and we're gonna do a circle all the way around. And then we are just going to cut that circle all the way around, and that is going to go on the base of your tin. Lining your tin, really important, because this is what's going to stop your cake sticking to the tin, and if it's lined properly, you won't have any trouble with cakes not coming out. Okay, so what you need is a little bit of butter, small little chunk, and you're gonna do like you're drawing a little, like you're doing a chalk painting inside your tin. Just rub it all over. Get your fingers in, get nice and mushy. All over. Not too much because you don't want it to interfere with the actual recipe, just a tiny little bit. And then, once you've done the bottom, do the sides as well. So, you've got your, oh, it's tiny now, a little piece of butter. And you're just rubbing it all the way around, all around your tin. It's quite fun actually. Here we go, get that right in there, particularly the bottom edge all around there, because that's where the cake really sticks. So once we have got this lined, and I know you're going to say, oh, but you're putting the paper on top in a second. It's always good to get it butter lined. This is like the glue, and do a little bit over the top as well, just in case it spills out. There we go. So you get your circle and pop it in. Okay, and now you just need a bit more for the sides, and I always do it a little bit higher, so it's going a little bit over the top. So scooch this in. There we go. Need a little bit more. And actually, you're going to just get it in here and pat it around. Make sure it's stuck around the tin. Okay, this is a little bit too high, so we're just going to trim it down. To make sure it's in, make sure it's right up against the sides. And then voila, your tin is lined. Now let's get the cake mixture inside. Move all of this. Okay, so you get your lovely, lovely gooey mixture, and this is the most fun bit. This is my absolute favorite bit. We're going to pour it in, and I always feel like Ainsley Harriott when I do this, but I'm not going to go from too high because I'll spill it everywhere. And we're going in. Yes, look at that. Look at that. When the mixture hits that tin, and that's it. Give it a little whirl, and if you want, give it a little tap 3 times for good luck. And that's it. And that's going to go straight into the oven. 180 degrees, 40 minutes, and your cake is going to be perfect. So, I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of, let's take that spoon out, 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder, level tablespoon. Get your sieve ready, and away we go. Oh, love a bit of sieve action. And the thing with cocoa powder, if you can't wait for it to fully go down, get a spoon and just squash it through. Sometimes it just needs a little bit of assistance. So, give that a bit of a mix. Stir it up with your spoon. And then get the whisk and let's whisk. Whiz it through. Now this isn't going to be incredibly brown. Cocoa powder doesn't make things really, really brown. So if you want your buttercream to be really, really dark brown, then get some brown food coloring, add it in there. That's a top tip. If you want your buttercream to be au naturel, beautiful, how it should be, then just leave it as it is. The most important thing is that it tastes good. So you present a delicious cake sandwiched up in gorgeous buttercream over the top, and it is gonna taste delish. Okay, let's make sure, and that is perfect. Look at this. This is the perfect consistency. Yay, slopped it into the bowl that time. Let's have a taste. That is the perfect amount of cocoa and buttercream all mixed up. As always, the key to this recipe, the most important thing, was the vanilla. The vanilla is what brings out the flavor. It is just beautiful. And there you have it, chocolate buttercream, or whatever buttercream you want to make it. Okay, so the chocolate cake has come out of the oven and it smells so good. So we're going to do some decorating, and again, it's going to be really simple. First, let's take it out of the tin and cross our fingers that it's going to be okay. So let's start off with the sides. Let's take the sides off. That should come off easily. Okay, let's put this over the top. And I am scared. Dun dun dun! Oh, yes! That was good. Okay, and then we just need to peel off the bottom bit. Oh, that is just beautiful. And I have left this to cool for about half an hour on the side. And you can, yeah, that is lovely. Absolutely beautiful. Smells so good. So, if you want, if you feel brave, you can cut this in half, just slice it down, and you can put your buttercream layer through the middle, or you can just put your buttercream and your decoration over the top, whatever you want. I'm gonna leave it. I love when you cut through a cake and you've got a massive, big, chunky bit of cake and a whole load of buttercream over the top. So it's whatever you want. So that's what I'm gonna do. So in my bowl, I have got some lovely chocolate buttercream. And if you want a foolproof, simple recipe, how to make the chocolate buttercream, then you need to get on my other YouTube video. Vanilla buttercream with some cocoa powder, and it is amazing. So, chocolate buttercream. And we have got Mersey mud cakes. It's not a cake unless you've got Mersey mud cakes added to it. And I have just taken 2 Mersey mud cakes and I have chopped them into small, tiny little cute bites. And I've got sprinkles. Love a bit of sprinkles. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Love sprinkles. and some glitter, edible glitter. And that's really easy to find. Nowadays you can get that in any shop. And yeah, let's do it. Let's decorate. So if you want to be fancy, you can get your piping bag. You can put the buttercream in the piping bag, go all the way around. You can get the buttercream all down the sides. You can make a chocolate ganache. There will be a video about that, so stay tuned. And you can pour that over the top. You can be as fancy as you want, or just keep it simple. Why go crazy if you don't need to? So today we're going to keep it simple. So just slop the buttercream on, and that is, this is really good. And with your spatula, just spread it right over the top, like so. I'm just going to move this. Oh, that is really good. Really, really good. Get a whole load of buttercream on here. You can never have enough buttercream. And push it right to the side, so it's almost falling off like a cliff top edge. It's falling off. Oh, that's an absolute beaut. Get all your buttercream in here. Okay, and there you go. That is just, you're literally spreading the buttercream over the cake, and that's all you need to do. That just looks beautiful. You don't need to pipe, you don't need to put it down the sides, but if you want to, and it's a special occasion, like a birthday, feel free, go for it. But this is the kind of cake that you are gonna make on a Sunday when the roast dinner's in the oven. You're just gonna whip out this cake, you've got guests coming around, they come in, roast dinner's delicious, and then you bring out the cake. And it is a big, big chocolate cake with all the buttercream spread over the top, and it is good. And everyone is gonna go, ooh, I want me some of that. Okay, so get your mud cakes, and you're literally just scooching them in all over. And yes, the naysayers will say cake on cake, and the yay-sayers will say yay, cake on cake. Okay, scooch those in. Now let's get some sprinkles. Any kind of sprinkles. If it's Christmas, get some Christmas sprinkles. If it's whatever sprinkles. So just over the top, all over. We are just sprinkling everywhere. This looks really pretty. I've got little stars and circles on here. As many sprinkles as you can get. And this actually is beginning to look a bit like a birthday cake with birthday sprinkles. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And the pièce de résistance is the glitter. So get some of the glitter all over the top. Oh, that is just beautiful. Oh, you can see the glitter going through the air. And that is your simple chocolate cake with chocolate buttercream and a simple decoration over the top. And it's just perfect. And I'm gonna cut them in a second and eat it.